Here are 3 ways you can create effective alumni engagement in your program. I always tell people that talk to me, there's 3 things you need to do. You need to build, maintain, and expand those relationships that you have with your former players or even alumni on campus. If you're a high school, if you're a college, if you're a pro, here's some things. So let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is build. You need to start building. You need to build new relationships. You're coming in, maybe you're in a role and it's a focus of getting with the former players or alumni. Build those relationships. Take time, jump on Zooms, meet them when you're traveling, meet them when they're in the city, invite them to practice. Build those relationships. It is paramount to alumni engagement. Then underneath build, not only the relationships, you need to build a plan. What is our plan? What is a cyclical plan that we can create for our alumni that they can get used to? Hey, this is what they do. This is what my former program does, my former, college, my former high school, whatever it may be. They do this every year. I know where I've been in a lot of places. There's something. I worked in college football. I didn't introduce myself. My name's Ed Jones. I'm the founder of Beyond the Field. I am passionate about player development because I spent time at the University of Houston, University of Kansas, and Baylor University serving their football teams. And at all those universities, we would always do something the night before the spring game. There was always something in fall camp. So build out a plan where you're doing things cyclical. Okay, that build piece is huge because that is your place where you could brainstorm, really get things, and you can fail. It's okay to fail. When you're building out, you can fail, and that is okay. So that's a way you can build. Once again, like I said, you can fail. It's okay to fail in the building stage because they're just appreciative that you are trying to build something for the former players. Now, while you're building a plan for your former athletes, I need you to build a plan to come out to the 2025 Player Development Summit, which will be here. And I got it upside down. I need you to build a plan to be here at the 2025 Player Development Summit that will be here in Kansas City, May 29th through the 31st. Speakers are being announced. Check the link in the show notes for the website, tickets, and all that good stuff. All right, second thing you need to do is maintain. You need to maintain. So you had this stage where you're creating things, but you need to maintain what's in place. So when we talk about maintaining, what relationships are already set in place? What relationships are already pivotal? So every university I worked at, they had a letter winners association. Now, everywhere I've been, you got letter winners. So those people who lettered, and there may be a walk on the team who didn't letter, and that can get a little spicy, whatever. I've always handled it. My thought process was, if you've been on a team and you practice and you're in good standing with the coach and everybody, you're a former player, right? So anyway, but you want to get with those people. That association, they already have relationships in place. They already have things in place. So you want to maintain those. And then you want to maintain, like I said earlier, you want to build out a plan of events. But if there are events, like if there's a former player tailgate, go to that. If there's something on campus, go to that. You want to maintain, like, building is cool, but you got to maintain what's in place, right? Because there are some former players who are engaged with the program. And some of this stuff that's new to them could be like, oh, you're trying to push us out. No, we're not. We're maintaining the relationship we have with you, and we're building on what we can do. Now, after you maintain, so you've built, you maintain, you need to expand. All right? Expand the thought process of what you want to do. Where are the new alumni? Where are they at, right? A lot of people get to, they forget about the new alumni, the fresh alumni, right? The rookies of alumni who have just finished. You need to expand that network. You need to get with them. Hey, where are you at? Okay. Expand your territory. Do an event. I know if you always do an event on campus, do one in a city, do one at a game, do one where a lot of people, where it's populated by a lot of alumni. Get out there and expand. And the one thing I did at the universities I was at when I had the pleasure, specifically at the University of Houston, was we expanded to the university, right? You got a lot of alumni that come to games, that you want to come to games. Go reach out to those alumni as well. Yeah, they didn't play for your program, but they will help serve your former players, and more specifically your current players. I've seen it with my own eyes in the program. You expanding your alumni engagement to those who have either they were a biology student, they were whatever, and they weren't an athlete, but they are a former Coug. For my case, when I was at the University of Houston, shout out to the Cougs, my alma mater. You expanded them, you're helping your current players. And so those are 3 ways you can create effective alumni engagement. Once again, build, maintain, and expand. Build, maintain, and expand. You want to build the things. Hey, let's build a structure. Let's build a process. You want to maintain what's already there, and then you want to expand the reach. Expand what you're going to do from there with your former players, with your alumni. Now, If you looked at that, you say, hey man, you went through that kind of fast. I want to sit down with you more to talk more into depth. You probably already know I got more than that, but I got to give y'all something, right? Click the link there in the show notes that says, here's how Beyond the Field can help you. And I would love to sit down with you and talk about a more detailed alumni engagement plan. I've said it multiple times on my podcast, and I realized I never had a episode geared to alumni engagement, so I wanted to make this one real quick for you. But as I always say, a lot of people are missing out on the effectiveness that you can have with your former players and how they can impact your current program. Do not forsake those who have shed blood, sweat, and tears on your campus, who have played for you, those who have attended, like I said, those who may not have been athletes, those who have attended the campus. Build a strong alumni network. It will help you in the role for your players, and it will help you in the role as well. Yes, when I was at the University of Houston and our entire staff got canned, I had alumni who were fighting for me. Now, what happened was the new coach, he wanted a full new staff, so they couldn't win that one, but I knew that they were going to AD fighting for me. So building those relationships can be very beneficial to you, if you know what I mean. As I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait, create that generational impact today. And I got a call to action for you, okay? Reach out to a former player today. Anyone you know, go search on Google and just ask them how they're doing. Do it. I'll see y'all.